Suddenly, my body was shaken, and I woke up confused to see the tense face of my daughter. What is it? What's wrong?
Mom, please, divorce Daddy right now.
Huh? That one sentence from her woke me up in an instant. What did she just say? Divorce Daddy? I think that's what she said, but why would she say that? Why? Why would you say that?
Because...
And what my daughter told me was a shocking truth. My name is Ella Stewart, and I'm 34 years old. I work hard as a sales representative for a major insurance company. I can't work overtime because I have to pick up my daughter from daycare. This means that I have to work as much as I can between 9 a.m. and 5 p.m. I started working at my current job before I got married, and 10 years have already passed. I have established a successful career and now hold a respectable position. And just because I am married and have a child does not mean I can compromise. Why am I so desperate about my work? The reason was my daughter, Sasha. Sasha turned 5 years old recently, and she's the most innocent girl I have ever met. I wonder if she's really our biological child, as she is so intelligent and mature beyond her years. As a parent, I want to provide my daughter with opportunities to learn and grow, while also guiding her towards positive experiences. But in this day and age, everything costs money. I need to work hard and save as much money as possible for my daughter. I work hard every day so that I can be prepared for anything that may happen at any time. After hearing all this, some people might think, you have a husband, don't you? Or both of you work, right? Well, there's no denying that I do have a husband and that we both work. So why am I so desperate for work? My husband's income is low. That's why we are facing financial difficulties. My husband, Peter, works for a company, but his performance has been poor for the past few years and his salary has been steadily declining. His current salary is less than 1/3 of mine. I can't simply state that we can depend on him for financial support. Just the other day, after our daughter went to bed, my husband approached me apologetically.
I'm sorry, Ella. Can you lend me some money?
Lend you money? Why? I mean, I haven't received this month's living expenses yet.
Don't worry. You'll get all the cash in one go next month. I don't have enough money this month because of all the drinking and social events I've been attending.
You mean you spent your entire month's salary? I can't believe it.
I'm sorry, but I couldn't say no to them.
My husband has been like this for a while now. He refuses to put in money for living expenses for any reason, and on top of that, he asks me to lend him money. His reasons are due to the drinking parties and social events and sending money to his parents. I don't know if he is really spending it on those things, but I don't even have the energy to question him anymore. But what would my husband do if I did not lend him money? From what I've heard before, his salary is so low that he can't afford to put any money into savings and his account is empty. In other words, if I needed money, my husband would have to borrow it from somewhere. He would then be in huge debt. My daughter is only 5 years old, and I don't want him to be in debt. I don't want her to think that her father is such a lousy person. Because of this, I always lent my husband money. Here. For now, $200 is fine, right?
Thank you, Ella. I'll pay you back next month.
That's what you said before, but I never got any money back from you.
Sorry. But next month, I'll make sure not to go to any drinks or social events.
Get your act together, okay? We have Sasha too.
Yeah, I know.
Does he really understand? I could only sigh with such doubts in my mind. The reason I go to such lengths is not just because I love my husband. It is because my husband is a good father to my daughter. He always makes time for Sasha at least once out of his 2 days off a week. On this particular day again, when our daughter woke up, my husband began to say this.
Hello? I'll watch Sasha, so why don't you go out for a bit for a change?
Huh? But I have to take care of the house and stuff.
It's okay. We can have lunch delivered and I'll do as much housework as I can.
You sure? Sasha, will you be okay with just you and Daddy? I asked, and she gave me a cute half-asleep smile and hugged me with all her might.
It's okay. I can stay home alone with Daddy.
Really? Then can I go shopping for a bit?
Sure. Oh, but you have to buy me a souvenir too.
Sure. I'll make sure to go to your favorite bakery.
Really? Yay! Thanks, Mom.
Even though she is only 5 years old, I am impressed with how she'd listen well to us. I'm not that worried because it's not like I'm leaving her alone at home, but I still feel a little uneasy when I leave her in my husband's hands. I have my phone number in a pouch for her to have in case something happens. I tell her to call me if anything happens, so I think they'll be fine. So, I went shopping alone for the first time in a long time. But when I finally arrived at the department store, I couldn't bring myself to look at my own stuff. In the end, I bought one item each that I thought my daughter would like and came home with her favorite chocolate bread. I'm home! When I opened the front door, my daughter came running up to me with great speed. She jumps on me and gives me a huge hug and gives me a big smile.
Mommy, welcome home. Did you have fun shopping?
I'm home, Sasha. Yes, it's been a while since I've had fun. Here's a souvenir for you.
My favorite clothes. And yay, chocolate bread.
Let's eat that tomorrow, okay? I mean, where's Daddy?
He's on the phone with someone on the balcony.
On the phone? On the balcony, my husband was on the phone with someone while smoking a cigarette. When I knocked on the window, my husband hung up the phone in surprise, and in a surprising tone said,
You're home?
Yeah, I'm home. Who are you on the phone with?
Oh no, it's just work stuff.
You were talking on the phone, leaving Sasha all alone?
Oh, I'm sorry. It was kind of urgent. Sorry, Sasha.
My husband apologized with a goofy smile. My daughter puffed out her cheeks. Then she clung to me and opened her mouth to accuse my husband.
You know, Mommy, Daddy was on the phone several times today, even when I asked him to play with me.
Is that so?
That's right. I wanted to read a picture book with him.
I glanced at my husband, and he quickly averted his gaze, looking awkward. After that, the three of us ate dinner, took a bath together with Sasha, and tried to spend as much time together as possible. That night, I stopped my husband as he was going to bed and questioned him. Hey, Peter, what's the meaning of this? Getting calls on your days off? So, you're really busy with work?
Huh? Yeah, that's right. I've actually been working more overtime.
Well, that's true. You've certainly been coming home late these past few months. But wasn't that because you were out drinking with your colleagues?
No, like I said, it was overtime. Anyway, Sasha's not in any danger. I've been keeping an eye on her. I'm sorry about the phone calls, okay?
But Sasha seemed lonely. I'll take Sasha out with me next time, so if you're busy at work, just let me know in advance.
Yeah, okay. Well, I'm going to bed.
My husband said good night and went to the bedroom with his phone tightly in his hands. For some reason, I have been sleeping with our daughter for the past 6 months, and my husband has been using the bedroom by himself. It's not that I don't like sleeping with my daughter, but we inevitably spend less time together as a couple. My husband, on the other hand, doesn't say anything in particular about it, and doesn't seem to be dissatisfied with the current situation. If everyone in the family is not dissatisfied, that's great, but I am his wife as well. His lack of interest in me as a woman left me feeling alone. Then one day,
Hey, Mommy! Mommy, wake up!
Suddenly my body was shaken and I woke up confused to see the tense face of my daughter. I checked the digital clock on the bedside table and saw that it was 2 a.m. There was no noise from outside the room, so my husband must already be asleep. I slowly sat up and asked my daughter, What is it? What's wrong?
Mommy, please.
Please?
Divorce Daddy right now.
Wait, what? That one sentence from her woke me up in an instant. What did she just say? Divorce Daddy? I think that's what she said, but why would she say that? Confused, I asked my daughter, Why? Why would you say that?
Because if you don't, Mommy will die.
Die? What are you talking about? I'm not sick or anything, you know.
That's not it. Daddy's going to...
What's going on? My daughter finally began to cry. As I gently rubbed her back, she gradually calmed down and slowly began to speak.
Earlier, I woke up because I had to go to the bathroom. Then, I heard Daddy calling someone again in the room.
Calling someone? What was he talking about?
He said, I'm going to get her into an accident, and as long as there's insurance money, then we'd be all set. I didn't know what the insurance money was, but I knew he was trying to get Mommy into an accident on purpose.
What? Peter was trying to do that?
Besides, Daddy said to that person on the phone that he loves her. I love you is a word you only use for people you really love, right? Why did Daddy say that to someone who's not you, Mommy?
Sasha. My daughter looked at me again with a tearful face. She's only 5 years old. But she was already 5 years old. She probably understands the meaning of words to some extent and is able to sense our feelings by the tone of our voice and facial expressions. No, perhaps children are more sensitive in their environment, more than adults. In her own way, she must have been concerned about my safety. At that moment, tears welled up in my eyes as I felt sorry for my daughter and angry at my husband. She tried so hard to protect me, even though she was a child. Since she had finally gathered up the courage to act, I couldn't just neglect her like this. I had to get my act together. I looked my daughter firmly in the eye and opened my mouth. Sasha, from now on, listen to your mommy very carefully.
Yes, I will.
If what Sasha just told me is true, Mommy can't be with Daddy anymore.
Yeah.
I'm leaving this house. What do you want to do, Sasha? She was silent, thinking something over. But right after that, she looks me in the eye and says this.
I want to be with Mommy.
Are you sure?
Yes, I want to be with you, Mommy. If it's not you, then I don't want that.
Sasha, okay, I got it. Then let's go with Mommy.
Okay.
I instructed my daughter to pack her own luggage. Then she packed her backpack as quickly as possible, making as little noise as possible. She was probably being careful in her own way so that my husband wouldn't find out. I wondered when she had grown up so much. Tears welled up in my eyes as I watched my daughter. And I began to pack my bags as well. Then I put my wedding ring on the table and left the house with my daughter. When I rang the intercom at my parents' house at 5 a.m., my mother, dressed in her pajamas, appeared.
Oh, Ella? And Sasha? What on earth are you two here at this hour?
Sorry, Mom. Do you mind if we stay for a little while?
We don't mind, but what's going on?
Can we come in? I want to talk to Dad as well. I was led into the living room and put my daughter to bed in the next room. She must have been very tired because she fell asleep as soon as she lay down. In the living room, there was a cup of tea that my mom had brewed. I took a sip of it and slowly opened my mouth. Actually, Peter seems to be trying to kill me. My mom and Dad were both speechless. My dad managed to squeeze out a few words while showing his agitation.
What do you mean? Why would Peter do such a thing?
Sasha said that he told somebody that he loved that person. I think he's cheating on me.
Cheating? But do you have any evidence?
That's what I thought, so I brought this as quickly as I could. I brought the tablet that Peter usually uses.
Tablet?
I took out from my bag the tablet my husband uses at home. If my guess was correct, my husband never leaves messages on his phone. The phone is always left unguarded around the house. Considering these facts, I thought that he uses his phone only for calls and that he uses something else to send and receive messages from his mistress. The tablet is in the bag my husband usually uses. Since I never use it, it was unlocked. With my father and mother watching over me, I opened the mail app on the tablet. Sure enough, there were a lot of messages with a woman who seems to be his mistress.
Isn't this...
My mother pointed with a trembling voice. The emails contained detailed plans to kill me. I took pictures of all of them and left them as evidence. I found a printer that my dad was using, so I printed out all the message exchanges. At that moment, the phone in my bag rang, announcing an incoming call from my husband. Without hesitation, I pressed the answer button and turned on the speaker so my parents could hear me. Hello?
Ella, is that you? Where are you right now? I was surprised when I woke up and you and Sasha were both gone.
I see. That's all you have to say?
Huh? What's up with you? I was worried about you both.
Worried? How can you say that when you were planning to kill me?
What?
The tone of my husband's voice changes at once. I guess he never thought that his plan had been discovered. He must have started calling his mistress when I went to bed, and yet I knew about the plan, and it must have been terrifying for him. He is so oblivious. He doesn't know that I have a powerful ally, Sasha. I made the facts clear to him, even though he didn't understand the situation. Sasha told me all about your little plan. She told me you were planning to cause an accident for me.
Sasha? No way. That can't be true.
No, it's true. She told me exactly what you said on the phone to your lover. She told me about your plan to get me into an accident so you can get the insurance money.
Wait, how did you...
Aha! I knew it. I knew you were cheating on me, and I knew you were after my insurance money.
Ugh.
My husband slipped up and got silent. There was no way he could get away with this now that the truth is out in the open. I can't stand the shame of having a scumbag like you as my husband. I'll be responsible for raising Sasha. Why don't you just get along with your mistress? Don't ever get involved with us again. I will make you regret betraying our family. I found myself yelling at him over the phone, shouting in rage. Then I hung up the call without waiting to hear from him. Perhaps hearing my angry voice, my daughter woke up.
Mommy, what's wrong?
I'm sorry, did I wake you up?
No, I'm fine. Was that Daddy?
Yes, but it's all over now.
Really? So, it's just you and me from now on?
I smiled happily and nodded to Sasha. I hugged her as tightly as I could. Later, I divorced my husband. I hired a lawyer and was able to claim alimony. Normally, I would have had to file a police report because he was planning to deliberately get me in an accident, but I didn't want to make it a bigger deal for my daughter's sake. I would leave the alimony and child support to my lawyer and would not be involved with Peter anymore. He has since been disowned by his parents, and I heard that the person he cheated on me with also dumped him right away. He's now struggling every month with alimony and child support on his meager salary. I, on the other hand, has successfully found a new house and started a life together with my daughter. My daughter had to change daycare centers, but she seems to be enjoying her time at her new daycare. I am sure that many difficulties await us in the future. Still, I am determined to overcome these difficulties together with my strong daughter. Thank you for watching until the end. Please subscribe to our channel. See you in the next video.